that. So let's go into the startups world within sports. So what is important for us to know when creating a new startup for a sports startup? How is it
Yeah,
different?
I had been working for quite a long time in the sports industry and observing different kind of startups. So I think the main point about sports startups is to really understand what is the problem, because sometimes many projects, they just try to create solutions supposing that will be applicable to sports, but they don't even understand the pains of that the institutions, like the organizations like clubs or federations, or also the athletes and the coaches. So it's quite a mix of knowledge that is necessary, like how can you convert, for example, one technology that Gatorade has launched quite a very, I don't know, 3 or 2 months ago, about how they just put a sticker on your arm, and then they measure the level of dehydration that you had alongside you were practicing your sports. So that is connected to a device. So what technology are we using to understand why dehydration is an important thing when you are talking about performance in sports? So
Yeah.
it's a very high level of specification that you need to have complementary knowledge to develop, and it's not just a simple app. So it's a
Yeah.
combination of different profiles in the team, and I think that's very important to have it.
Yeah, but what you mentioned, that you need to really know the industry and the people and who's you're building for, and you gave example of the athletes and the coach and the federation, so forth, is something that you always need to know who you're building for, who are the end users, who is the client, who is going to pay, so forth. So why do you think that in sports it is different, or it needs more of that?
Because sports is a very conservatory industry. If we compare to the other industries that they have been using and implementing the technology, and also the management people that are still involved on football. So like, I would say it's an old generation that they
Hmm.
were not that willing to adapt and accept the benefits of the new technologies. So sometimes it's a cultural thing that you have inside the organizations that is hard to change, and they do not see all the intangible value that the technology could provide to the club in the first moment. But it has been changing. It's not like it's easy to say nowadays, not about the crypto and the blockchain and all these technologies that on the financial system they have come like many years ago. No, it's not
Yeah.
like in sports. We are progressing, but we still have this component that we have to find also the balance to use the technology, but do not lose the body activity. Know that we still are human centered on sports, and
Hmm.
how technology will influence until a certain level. So we need to care about that too, which is important. And that's why I think, and there are a lot of bureaucracy too when you're going to sell to these kind of organizations. For
Yeah.
you to be able to put your business into the sport industry, we know there are big players that they already own many outlets for you to introduce your solutions. But it's ongoing. It's a process that have been changing. I'm not sure if the community or the audience is aware, but like
Hmm.
Barcelona, 3 weeks ago, have launched a project to become one of the biggest sports startup hubs here in Europe.
Oh, I didn't
So
know that.
yeah,
Okay.
the Olympic Stadium, it will become a hub where they are going to be incubated in sports, in startups, and will be a lab for new sports startup to develop new technologies. So for esports either, so Barcelona one position itself as one sports hub, very important in the world. So we have to take advantage of the brand that has been built since the 92 games.
Yeah, I'm sure that you have the brand, when you're saying Barcelona, especially like football. I think that most people, even me, even me, when I went to Barcelona, I went to visit your stadium. So, and I'm not a sports person. So I guess that leveraging that brand and their awareness, it really makes sense to start growing these companies in Barcelona and in the area.